Hello Chocs and Chocettes, no one in between, Chocolo Roberto here for another video review. This time we have the Cadbury's Dairy Milk Top Deck. Yeah, so I'm very excited about this one actually. I probably sounded a bit too excited there. But I am excited about this one because, well, basically it's a funny one because I always saw this when I was younger and it was always, for some reason, strangely, it was like there was lots of chocolates at the sweet shop and I must have been quite young really because these were ones that were always sort of on the top shelf, you know, you could never get them and they always looked very, you know, they were too expensive, you know, for me. I was only young at the time and they probably about, I don't know, 20p or something. And you know, and these were just always very expensive, very big bars. They're never in small bars. And I always used to want them. They always looked so exquisite, and you know, they were out of reach. They were tantalising. You know, they tantalised me, and I just yeah, I really always wanted them. And there's other ones as well, and I can't really remember any of them. This one just stood out to me because I like the name of it. And I think at the time it was so unheard of, really, to have something as sort of extravagant or as different or as indulgent or as wacky, I guess you'd even say. As two types of chocolate together. It just didn't happen then. I remember anyway. I was young at the time, of course, but I just never saw milk and white chocolate together. You know. So yeah, I was really always excited about it, but I never had it, and it stopped being sold as soon as, I don't know. I'm sure it's for sale for a long time, but you never really saw it in the shops. It's probably one of those that you'd only find it for some reason at train stations. There's always like a random selection of chocolate, and it's probably one of those you only found there really when I grew up and was old enough to get it. I just never saw it, you know. I just never ever saw it, and you know, and I don't think they do it anymore. And this is actually the Australian version, so it does say, what does it say? It's just something like lovingly made in Tasmania or something. Yeah, proudly made in Tasmania. There we go. So I don't know if Cadbury's Australia's in Tasmania. I think it's in yeah, just above the glass and a half there. Yeah, you can see it. So yeah, so this one I found it in B&M in the UK. It says it's distributed by a place in Marple in Stockport. So so it might only be, you know, you might not be able to get it in many B&Ms. It might just be Northwest ones. It doesn't say, it says SPK Limited. So I don't know who they are. That sounds more like a distribution place rather than a store. But there we go. There we are. For whatever reason, that's where it's come from. But yeah, what's interesting though, dairy milk milk chocolates with Dream white chocolates. So there you go. So it has so Cadbury's Dream is still available in Australia. So it specifically says it's got Dream on it, not Cadbury's White, but Dream. So yeah, very excited about this one. Very excited. I think it looks really nice. I like the way, as I say, it's got the sort of bus on it as well. For those you don't know, top deck is what you call it's the top deck of a bus, I guess, or anything with decks, I guess. But well, yeah, I don't know, not really. You'd probably say, well, it's a double decker, isn't it? A bus. So you say the top deck is the one on the top. So I mean, I don't think you say it with boats generally. I mean, they have decks, but you say below deck and on deck. You don't really say top deck. I know of anyway. I've never been on a boat really, so yeah, maybe they do. But I would associate it with the top of a bus. Nothing else really. Maybe if you had a double decker boat. Yeah, if your boat had many decks. Yeah, well, I guess you would say there. So there we go. But yeah, I haven't been on a cruise ship, so there we go. So what does it say on the back? It says dairy milk chocolate with Dream white chocolate. There we go, which we already knew. So that's the official description, but it's good enough for it to be the beautified description on the front. And what have we got here? So be treat wise, enjoy a balanced diet. It's got it doesn't call it flow wrap anymore. I don't think. I've never seen it, but it's got the peel and reclose sort of thingy bob going on here. It's a very hot day today, so I'm really holding this from the edges. You can see with the flourish. So the flourishes for once are actually coming in quite handy. So let's see. So what have we got? So it's a bit, well, might be. It's all shades of purple here and stuff like that for some reason on the back. It's quite difficult to. For some reason they've done it, but they've just done. It's on the nutrition information. They've just done lots of different shades of purple. I don't know why. Some of them are harder for me to read than others. I don't know why they've done that. It makes no. I can't see any correlation. I don't see why you'd do it anyway, even if there was. It says servings per packet, 72. I think it says 7.2. Is it 72? That means 72 squares. Serving size 25 grams, approximately 4 squares. What's that, 72? Yeah. Okay. So there's quite a lot of well, yeah. All right. So there we go. So it's quite there's quite a lot of squares then. It seems. Yeah. Must be 7.2. That looks like 72. Yeah, it's 7.2. It looks like 72. I thought that's pretty wacky. But yeah, so there we go. 7, 14, 20, and 28. So there's about 28. Yeah, 28. It's probably about 30 squares basically, I think, is the gist of it. So what about calorie wise? So average quantity per serving, blah 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 blah. So I'm trying to see here. It's very difficult to sort of find just what's going on here. Yeah, each serving contains. Well, I think it's a bit funny in Australia. I don't know if they tell you in kilocalories. In calories, I think they give it in kilojoules or something like that. I can't quite tell. Yeah, so I might do a caption, I think, for this one. Basically, it's what servings are and what the whole bar is and stuff like that. 180 gram bar anyway, so it's quite heavy. It's a big one. Yeah, and there we go. You can see there. That's the distribution place there. There we go. I live in Manchester in the UK. So I used to live in Stockport when I was younger, and Marple's a place in Stockport. There we go. Right. Yeah. So it looks very nice. Very nice presentation. There's some flourishes, as you've seen, helping me out in this case for once. Obviously, you know, it doesn't need flourishes really. This one, but obviously, does. Some people do say it does help. Some person in the comments said it does help to open them, which is true. But sometimes they're excessively big. And you know, there's other ways to open them. I don't, you know, there's all sorts of ways to open them. I'm sure they're there specifically, really, just to make them look bigger than they are. But obviously, and it's serendipitous that they also help opening as well. So it's it's 20.5 centimeters long. Right. Well, we should give it an open. Let's do it. Right, okay, hopefully I'm censored, fingers crossed. Sorry if I'm not, but yeah, it's difficult for me to tell. So let's give this an open then. So he said, I always measure it too soon really, but I think we said roughly, 20, is it 20 and a half? It's about 20.5 centimetres now anyway, I don't know what it was when I measured it before. Yeah, about 20.5. Okay, maybe 26, maybe 20.6. Okay, let's give it an open then. So it's very hot in the UK today, so I'm a bit worried this might be a bit difficult to handle, but you know, we'll do what we can. It's not so hot outside, but in my house it becomes very hot. That's the problem really, because the chocolate doesn't enjoy it. Okay, so I'm hoping this is a bit quite half and half really. So I'm just going to measure it first before I. So we said 20.5, didn't we? So just measure this trusty ruler. 17 centimetres now, maybe just over. No, that's 17.1 maybe. So we'll say it's 20.6 before, because it did look a bit like that. So yeah, so we lost basically 3.5 centimetres. Yeah, so quite, you know, not too bad considering. There's two sides to it. I've definitely seen worse than that. And this is a big bar. If you have seen ones where smaller bars, you lose even more than that. Okay, so let's try and handle this then. As I say, I've got to be. You can already see it's kind of looking a bit damp. So I don't know, yeah, I don't know why that is. Not sure why that is. It's not melted, but okay. So I'm trying to figure out the best way to do it. Okay, just go for it. Right. So just hold it on. Look at that. That looks beautiful. It's very beautiful. Just hold it the right way up. Yeah, look at that. That's very beautiful. That I think you would definitely say. Yeah, it's very nice, and it's a lovely one because it's also the top deck is literally just the white chocolate, so it's not like it's only a very small amount on top. I think we reviewed one Cadbury bar where they did sort of half and half, well, like a white chocolate on it, and there was barely any white chocolate. I think it was the Christmas tree one where it's shaped like Christmas trees, and basically the white chocolate is only a very small part of the actual bar, even though it looks like it's more. So there's actually probably more white chocolate in this one, or it seems to be. It's bled into it a bit. You can see. There's some areas where it's bled into the milk chocolate. I think on this side here, you can see just about there. It's done that in a few places, so it's not perfect, but I think you can let it off. You can see where it's done it, and I think that's fine. Yeah, so you can see just in between the segments where it's done it a bit. Melted a bit in my hand, so I'm just going to have to be careful. So let's see. We'll measure the height wise. So 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 20. So there's 32 segments in here. Yeah. It's about 1.3 centimetres high. I don't know why it said 4 servings and it said there's 7.2 servings when 4 segments is a thing. So you got, I mean, there's 8 servings. So I don't quite, I don't understand that at all. serving size. It says so many grams. I can't read it at the moment. 25 grams or something, or 35. Approximately 4 squares. Well, why have I not just done it where it's a servings per package, 7.2. Why have I not just done it where a serving is 4 squares and then there's 8 servings? You know, it's just madness, isn't it? So you can see it's melting on my hand now. I want to be careful, but it's crazy, that, isn't it? It's crazy. Yeah, so try and so I'll tell you what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go wash my hands just because I can handle it, but I don't want to damage the white chocolate. So I'm just going to do that. Okay, back in. Yeah, I say damage the white chocolate. I meant as in get sort of milk chocolate fingerprints on it or whatever. Okay, so there we go. So some of it's bled. There is one segment. You can see, as I say, it's this one here. It's got like a milk chocolate spot on it. So I've not done that. It was there when I opened it. So a bit of a shame. Ruins the display a bit, but there we go. Okay, so let's get some squares off. So, yeah, did I do the height and stuff? I'm sure I did the height, did I? Just do it now quickly. 1.3, I think I did do the height. 1.3. And the width, 8.5. There we go. I'm quite sure I did the length, didn't I? Yeah, as we said, we lost so many squares. 17.1, wasn't it? Yeah. Okay, let's quickly snuff a bit off. Okay. So there we go. So we've got a lovely set. I mean, look at it. It looks beautiful, doesn't it? It really does look beautiful. I have to say, I'm very happy with it. It looks so nice. Yeah. So let's put it off again. So you can see the sort of bleeding. So you see in between there, in between the two segments, there's a bit of bleeding, but it's only skin deep. So yeah. So let's. Where's my trusty knife? There it is. Just cut a segment down the middle. So the actual white chocolate there just split off actually. So you can see it's literally. So you can see. It is all white chocolate, all Cadbury's Dream, I guess, and this bit even lifts off. So as if they kind of, I don't know, glue it on or something afterwards, you know, with wet chocolate or something. So it works, it's very well designed, yeah, it's very nice, and it's definitely full white chocolate there. Yeah, it's really good, really good. Yeah, so I always say when I have to do with like Cadbury's mixed buttons or whatever, review them, or just have, you know, a milk chocolate button, and I know that they do white chocolate as well. I always say the best bit is to put them together, just have them one on top of the other and then eat them that way, and it'd be perfect, wouldn't it? You know, and this is basically giving you that opportunity without any trouble, because it just comes like that. So yeah, it looks beautiful. Really happy with this. It looks very nice. Very excited. Yeah, let's give it a taste. I don't think I can wait any longer. Let's do it. Right, hello everyone, welcome back. So yes, I'm going to say welcome back. For me, I've been faffing around doing stuff. Obviously for you, it's just been a brief second. So yeah, so look at that, lovely. Yeah, I'm going to try this lovely Cadbury's Top Deck. So it's Cadbury Australia, because they don't do it in the UK as far as I know. They certainly don't do it with Cadbury's Dream chocolate anyway, because they don't have it over here anymore. Of course, Cadbury's Dream might be exactly the same as Cadbury's White in the UK. You know, who knows? But yeah, I don't know. A lot of people who've had Cadbury's White here don't like it as much as Dream. So you know, but you know, the Australian one might be the same. Who knows? I don't know. And of course, their dairy milk might be different as well. We don't know about that either. So I need to review it perhaps. Okay, I'm going to taste. Well, I'm going to taste a couple of other segments. So yeah, I'll taste one segment at a time. There we go. Right. So quite soft chocolate because it's a bit warm here today. But it's quite soft anyway. Dairy milk. So obviously white. Well, Cadbury's Dream. Different again. It doesn't do melting too much that. But white chocolate doesn't tend to do that. There we go. So lovely segment with Cadbury written on it. Okay, let's do it. Definitely a prominent white chocolate, and it's definitely, I would say, definitely does taste different than Cadbury White. Cadbury White, I think, has a bit of a chemically taste. This seems to taste different to me. So I'm going to take the white chocolate off the top. If I can. I thought it would come off quite easily because of the other one did, but I don't know if the Australian one's the same as the UK one that used to be around in the past, the Cadbury's Dream, but It definitely has a different taste. And more it's more of a what's the word would you say? Vanilla-y maybe? There's definitely a different taste there. Is it buttery? Not really buttery. Vanilla-y, possibly. The white chocolate's different than the Cadbury's white, I have to say. You know, at least for memory serves, and it does taste nice. I think it's definitely got a yeah, it's like, as I say, it's like a sort of, I don't know, would you say vanilla-y? I can't think of what the taste is. It's hard to say. So it tastes a bit sort of, yeah. I don't know. It's definitely got like a, I mean sweeter, I think you'd say. Probably just sweeter. It's just got a sweeter taste to it than Cadbury's white. Definitely. It's just sweeter, I think it is. I think that's the gist of it. It's nice. It's a lovely white chocolate, actually. It's a nice dry chocolate. Yeah, I'd be interested to do a proper review, just Dream on its own. And the milk chocolate, so is dairy milk. I don't know if the dairy milk in Australia is different than the UK one, of course, but yeah, it's quite soft today because it's hot, as I say, in my house. But yeah, I think it does taste of dairy milk. I think it's not, I mean, maybe slightly different. I'm not sure. It's hard for me to tell for certain. But I'd say it's close enough for you not to think anything of it. It's very nice. Yeah, it's a nice chocolate as well. I really like them both, and I think they work well together as well. And the white chocolate doesn't seem to be that sort of catchy in the throat type white chocolate either, which it often does to me. It tastes quite fresh. It tastes a bit yeah. I had an inkling then of what it tasted like, but it tastes a bit like yeah, it's something. It's not solidly white. There's like a flavouring to it, I think, in the Cadbury's Dream white chocolate. It reminds me of when I've had a white chocolate that's sort of been flavoured, a bit like, say, like a Japanese Kit Kat or something, where they use white chocolate as the base and then flavour it into another flavour. They give it a flavour basically, and it tastes like that. It has that sort of base, that ground. That's where I feel like I've tasted it before. So it's as if it's a white chocolate that's had an added taste to it. I think that's what it is. So I think they've added like a flavouring to the white chocolate. I don't know what the flavouring is. That's the confusing part. It tastes that way to me anyway. That's what it reminds me of. I'll say you might not have done that, but that's what it reminds me of. It's very nice though. Yeah, it's a lovely bar. Lovely way to eat them both, and the fact that you can separate them as well. You can nibble the top off them quite easily. Lift it off with your teeth. You know, it's stuck on, but it lifts off pretty well. Yeah, it's very nice. It's a lovely lovely white chocolate, as I say. Doesn't taste like it's pure white chocolate, I must admit. I don't know whether Dream was like this in the past. I can't remember it really now. But it's a nice taste all the same. As I say, it does taste a bit like it's like a white chocolate that's been flavoured somehow. But in this case, the flavouring isn't really to give it a flavour like toffee or something. It's just a subtle taste, I reckon, to make it a bit more unique. And that seems to be what's happened. In my eyes anyway, that's what it tastes like to me. Yeah, and it's nice, and I think that's where I couldn't quite put my finger on it, because it didn't taste of it. It's not flavoured to taste like anything other than white chocolate, really, I guess. But there's definitely something there. No, and I like it. It's not vanilla. It's not vanilla flavour either. Or if it is, it's a very weak. You know, it doesn't taste distinctly vanilla-y. So it's very hard to explain. But that's where I'm getting. That's what I'm getting from it. But I like it. And the milk chocolate is nice as well. As I say, it's sort of I don't think it's as, it seems to be more, it seems to be quite a subtle dairy milk taste, but that could be because it's a bit thinner, obviously with the white chocolate on top of it as well, affecting it. Or it could be the Australian one slightly different than the UK one, or it could just be that, you know, it is what it is, and I'm just you know, perhaps can't quite, you know, maybe, I don't know. I did have a bit on its own before, and as I say, it did taste of dairy milk, but sometimes I think in the UK one it's a bit more stronger taste, but as I say, you normally have it in thicker chunks than this, so that could be what we're explaining that really. So it's probably something or nothing. As I say, I did get that dairy milk taste, just not as strong, so it probably is just due to the size of the chunks, the amount in each chunk. But yeah, no, I really like it. It's a really nice sort of chocolate bar. It's a lovely novelty. It works really well. It's properly white, and it's probably whitened milk chocolate. You know, it's not one of those other, like, as I say, that Christmas edition or whatever it is, or winter edition Cadbury's one they do in the UK, where the Christmas tree, you know, it's Christmas trees sort of segmented chocolate in a Christmas tree sort of pattern, where the ones that are, you know, milk and white chocolate Christmas trees, but the white ones are only half. It's only the very top that's white chocolate, so it's basically 70% milk chocolate. It's nothing like that. This is properly 50%, if not more, Cadbury's Dream or white chocolate, or Cadbury's Dream. So it's really, yeah, they really have, you know, they've not cut corners. It's what you'd want, it's what you'd expect, and it's what you'd hope for. And it's, so yeah, it's great. So I think a 5 out of 5 for me. It's really good. I love the presentation. I love the top deck name, everything about it. As I say, it looks beautiful. You know, I mean, there's only 3/4 of it left now, but it looks really nice, doesn't it? I really like it. Yeah, no, it's got it all right, I think. I would say, really like it. Yeah, 5 out of 5 for sure. Okay, guys, let me know what you think as well. Yeah, if you've had this as well, let me know think, and what your memories are of Cadbury's Dream as well. You know, in a while now, if you've had the Australian one, let me know what you think about that as well. I might have to try and get a hold of one to get a review of it at some point. So maybe do a comparison between that and Cadbury's White, and also Milky Bar as well, because I think they're the 3 major players, I would say. But yeah, leave a comment or free, subscribe if you haven't already, follow me on Twitter, Instagram as well, Patreon if you can, and I'll see you next time. Thanks again, everyone. Take care. Bye for now. See ya.